Hello everybody, Jonathan Rayo here with Simplified Guitar, and in this lesson I want to teach you how to play the song All I Want for Christmas Is You by Mariah Carey. As always, I'm going to play through the song for you first, and then afterwards I'll break it down and explain it to you in more detail. So make sure to stick around for that. For now, let's go ahead and play through the song.
I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you. I don't want a lot for Christmas. There's just one thing I need. I don't care about the presents underneath the Christmas tree. I don't need to hang my stocking there upon the fireplace. Santa Claus won't make me happy with a toy on Christmas Day. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you. I won't ask for much this Christmas. I don't even wish for snow. I'm just gonna keep on waiting underneath the mistletoe. I won't make a list and send it to the North Pole for St. Nick. I won't even stay awake to hear those magic reindeer play. 'Cause I just want you here tonight, holding on to me real tight. What more can I do? Baby, all I want for Christmas is you. And all the lights are shining so brightly everywhere, and the sound of children's laughter fills the air, and everyone is singing. I hear those sleigh bells ringing. Santa, won't you bring me the one I really need? Won't you please bring my baby to me? I don't want a lot for Christmas. This is all I'm asking for. I just wanna see my baby standing right outside my door. I just want you for my own, more than you could ever know. Make my wish come true, baby. All I want for Christmas is you.
Alright, so for this song we're going to be using a lot of chords, but thankfully we're not going to be using any bar chords, so that's going to help. So to start with, we're using the G major chord. We're going to be in the key of G. So we're starting here with the G major, which looks like this. We're going to be strumming all 6 strings. We also have the C add 9 chord, which looks like this. All we need to do is take our first and second finger and drop it down a string each. And we want to make sure that we don't strum that low E string, so we're going to start our strumming on the A string. We're also going to be using an A minor 7 chord, which is going to look like this. I'm going to play it here with my pinky down because I'm going to be in the key of G. So if I need to go back to a G or a C add 9, My pinky's already down, so it makes transitioning easier. You don't need to play the A minor 7 with the pinky down. If it makes it more complicated for you, you can just take that pinky off and you can play your A minor 7 like this. Just know that it might make transitioning into it and out of it just a little bit more difficult. It's up to you. We're also going to be using the B7 chord, which looks like this. It's very important for that B7 chord that we don't play the low E string. We have to start right here on that A string. That's going to be that B note. And it's going to be very important that we hear that, because if we don't, this chord is very similar to an E major chord. So if we accidentally hit that low E string, it's going to muddy it up and make people wonder. It's not going to be very clear what you're playing. So you need to make sure you start on that B note, which is the A string right there. We also have an E minor chord, which we're going to play with our second and third finger. This is going to make transitioning into and out of that B7 very easy. All I need to do is pick up my first finger and move my third finger up a string, and I'm at my E minor chord. For the E minor chord, I can strum all 6 strings. I'm also going to be using an E7 chord, which all I need to do for that is take off my third finger, put my first finger down on the first fret of the G string, and I'm going to play all 6 strings again, and this is going to be my E7. Also going to be using a D major chord, and for the D chord, I need to start my strumming on the D string and not play the low E string or the A string. So I'm going to start my strumming there on the D string and only play those 4 strings. We're also going to be using an E minor 7 chord, which is going to look like this, and I'm going to play all 6 strings for this one. And the reason we're using this chord instead of the E minor, because we are using this E minor earlier, but the reason we're using this one is because we're going from B7 to E minor back to B7. So this E minor is super easy for that transition. But later on, when we play the E minor again, we're playing it in between the G chord and the C add 9 chord. So it's coming right between these two. And so this E minor 7 is so much easier to transition between, rather than trying to take all of my fingers off and go to this E minor and then come back to the C. So we're just trying here to make transitioning easier, which is going to make your life a lot easier. And we're also going to be using a D over F sharp, which looks like this. Again, I'm going to be strumming all 6 strings for this one. And we're using this chord instead of a D major chord for the same reason as that E minor earlier. It's because it's going to make transitioning easier, because of where I'm using that D over F sharp. It's coming right between a C add 9 and a G. So right after C add 9, I'm going to go to that D over F sharp, and then I'm going to go to G. So because of this D over F sharp, now I don't need to move my third and fourth finger. They can just stay there. And so that's going to make transitioning a lot easier. If you want, yes, you can use a D major chord. You can go from C add 9 to D major, and then to G. You can do that and it would be fine, but again, it's more movement for your fingers. And what we're trying to do here is eliminate as much movement as possible to make transitioning easier. For strumming, we're going to be using the folk pattern, which is a nice simple 4-beat strum pattern. We're going to have 4 down strums with an up strum added after beat 3 and 4, and then we're going to repeat. We want to make sure to put emphasis on beat 2 and 4, so that's every other beat. And we want to make sure to pluck the root note of the chord on the first beat of each measure. So let me just show you what I'm talking about. I'm just going to hold the G chord for an example. The root note of my G chord is going to be that low E string. So for beat 1 of each measure, I want to pluck just that string by itself, and then I'm going to have the rest of the strum pattern. So let me just count the beats out loud for you so you can see what I'm talking about. 1, 2, 3 and 4 and 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 1. All right, I hope you enjoyed this lesson. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and I hope to see you in the next lesson. Take care.